Hi everyone, welcome back to Messy Girl Crafts. My name's Ashley. Glad to have you back for another video today. I am going to be doing a post review for Warm Witch by Dolamore today. You can see it, it's on the side, it's right there back behind me on my table. So before I walk you over there and kind of take you through the canvas, I'm going to do a post review, but then I'm also going to do a kit down at the same time so we can kind of combine those videos together. So you'll be able to see, just all the things that went into doing this canvas. I'll show you some highlights, some things that maybe I wish were improved on for future kits. And then we'll go through the kit down and talk diamond painting together. So let's head over there. All right, welcome back. So this is Warm Witch by Dolamore. I got it from Diamond Art Club. And this kit was specifically purchased for the Drills and Chills event that was happening, or is actually currently happening. It started September 1st and runs through the end of October. But I just wanted to show you the kit and kind of talk about it. It was a really fun kit to do. I have my window open, so it's getting a lot of natural light, so you can see all that glitz and sparkle. It is a round drill kit, and the round drills do tend to be a little bit more shimmery, shiny. But one of the things that I think, and this little dent is just because I've been moving it around, that'll flatten out. But I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the drills that are white, they had very dark circles behind them. I don't know if it's going to show in the video. If not, I'll take a picture and insert it here so you can see it better. You can kind of see it right here, but like the circle underneath the guide circle for the white drills, the guide circle was black. And so that made it a little difficult when I was placing. I really honestly didn't multi-place much because the white, it would never end up in the right spot. And then I would have to readjust it so many times because it was just too dark. You could see the guide circles everywhere I put down a drill. And that was super annoying. You can kind of see it in here. I'll insert a photo. But overall, like when you really step back from it, it's really pretty. All the details are there. Cute little teapot. There's a little butterfly on a jar over here. The book, you can read the book really well. It says stars on it with Roman numerals. So everything came out really clear. Like when you step back and you look at her shawl, this part was really fun to do. It was very confetti, but I liked that. This kit had a lot of good mix of confetti and non-confetti. The book with the magic around the book where she's using it to hold up her mug, her hat, all the shading in here. This kit was just really fun to do. I actually started up here because I thought it was going to take the most amount of time with the color blocking, and I was right. So I started up here and then kind of worked my way down the canvas. There's some cute greenery that's here on the side. The quality of the canvas was impeccable. Oh, look at the cute little kitty, and her little anklet is really cute too. Overall, I really did enjoy this kit. I enjoyed it a lot. I loved all the little details down here at the bottom as well. You can see stacks of books and like the arm of an armchair. Overall, great project. Really happy about it. But yeah, let's talk about what's next. This is what I used to work on this project. So I have all my tools and then all of my drills here. So let's go back to the table and now we'll kit down this together. Okay. All right, welcome back. We are sitting at my desk now. Do you like my cute desk mat? I actually think these are super helpful with kit downs and kit ups. This mat, it's like a normal desk mat. It's got like a thickness to it, but it's this neoprene material, and I just feel like it's really easy to pick the drills up off of it, but it's just got all these cute little green kitties on it. Here is my big, box of drills. And then I kit down using the baggie system. So I have a whole bunch of baggies over here at my desk that I'm going to use. And what I like to do is I like to write the number on it. So let me grab my marker. So I basically write down the DMC code on the outside of the marker, on the outside of the plastic bag with my marker. And then I just go through and I kit down. I just go through and I make sure everything is where it's supposed to go. I store my rounds separately from my squares. And so eventually I do want to come up with a better way to store excess drills because I think it's going to get out of hand pretty fast. But I've seen in some of the some of the Facebook groups, there's been a ton of different suggestions and what other people do. I think I really enjoy the photo box method because it seems like it's going to take up the least amount of space storage wise. So essentially you would get like a photo box that has like the dividers in it already, and then you would go through and make like a side for rounds, a side for squares. Some people also like to like make a special section for their like ABs and stuff and all their specialty drills. So, you know, you can play around with it, whatever you like, but I might do some experimenting with that. So let's go through and because the marker, this is the only Sharpie I have. It's like this giant one that's probably meant for construction workers. So it sometimes takes a second for the Sharpie to dry on my thing here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like write down a couple of these numbers first, and then I'm going to let it dry before I start trying to handle it. So I'm just going to do one row at a time. And then once I do the row, writing it out on my little, on my baggies, then I will actually take the drills out of the containers to put them there. I will say I am not the most delicate when it comes to kit downs or kit ups. I'm sure in a future video, you'll see me do a kit up and you'll be like, wow, no, she wasn't kidding. They all get to where they need to be eventually. Sometimes they just try to run away from me. Also, why it's kind of nice to have some kind of landing surface for them. If I do spill, they don't tend to roll away as far because we're on top of something like this. So that's good. So let me go ahead and finish doing this first row here. We've got 937. And you know what in retrospect, what I probably should have done is that I've done one round kit before this one. I should have gone back to see if any of the, if I've kitted down these DMC colors before for rounds. But the thing of it is I've heard from watching a lot of other YouTubers that, sometimes the dye lot is not the same. So like, even though this is DMC 355, if I already had DMC 355, then because they were batch created at different times at the manufacturer, it could very much not look the same sitting next to each other. If I can find an example of that when I go to put these away, I'll show it to you later. But it's not always that way. Sometimes they are pretty close. But if there's like a distinct difference, what I would probably do is in my photo box system that I eventually want to create, I would keep, even though they were the same DMC number, I would keep them next to each other, but I would keep them bagged separately. That way, if I wanted to decide to like, you know, oh, this version of this DMC code matches my project better than this color, and I could do it that way. So, you know, it all depends. I mean, I'm sure after years and years of collecting all these drills, it probably gets a little obnoxious to save everything, but I have some plans. I have some purposeful plans for keeping this stuff. I really do eventually want to try, I want to try doing a cross stitch conversion. And I know that like you can obviously purchase drills from people when you're ready to do that. Like you can submit your design and they'll give you a blank canvas and then they'll send you all the drills you need. But, oh, did I mess that up? See, I'm already messing it up. 130. Oh, see, I wrote 131 twice. You see what happens when you're not paying attention. Hold, please. This is now going to be a 2. All is well. Okay. So yeah, so I would like to try out a cross stitch conversion. I don't think I would ever reuse drills in a cross stitch conversion for like a big project. But I think my first time I ever try that would be, I would try something on the smaller scale where I could just use leftover drills and see how I like that. Or even to do like fun small projects. Like if I wanted to make a bookmark or design something myself, or maybe try to make my own coaster or something like that. That could be fun. So now I use this. This is like my favorite method for kit down, and it typically causes the least amount of mess. So I have my Diamond Art Club little thing here. My other kit down tools are like a makeup brush and my Lego separator. So this I'll use to open up all the containers. I'll pour the drills into my DAC tray, and then if I can't get them all out just by doing that, I'll use this to kind of scoot things down into the baggie. So we'll start up here because again, I kind of go in an order so that way I can get the most dryness of of the Sharpie. I should probably invest in some better Sharpies. This also helps too because I don't have to be like delicate with this piece of it. Like I can just dump them in this tray. You probably are going to hear a lot of tappy tappy, and so if you're into the ASMR thing, awesome. If you're not, I'm so sorry. Me personally, like ASMR does nothing for me. If anything, like sometimes it aggravates me a little bit. I have like I don't know what it's called. I know it has a name. It's that thing, it's that disease where like people can't stand to hear other people chew. Whatever that's called, I have it. I have it tenfold. If I am around somebody and they're like obnoxiously chewing with their mouth open, like in my ear, I want to commit crime. Like that's truly, like I get so upset and it just bothers me so much. I sometimes will have to walk away, and I try not to be like that antisocial person. Like I'm not going to be that person who's like sitting at dinner with earphones on. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be that dramatic about it, but like that's how dramatic I want to. Like if I had my way, I would be that dramatic about it because I really don't like it. And I feel like I'm constantly like the people that I'm very close to in my life. Here, I'm just going to take this. So again, these are not stuck on very well. So I literally just pop it right off, and now it's good for reuse, and I just stick it right back in there. So, and then I'll make a little stack of these and I'll just throw them all away at the end. So yeah, so I'm like not a fan when people chew with their mouth open, and it kills me. And like some people, like the people that are very close to me, like my family and my mom and my stepdad and whatever, like they know this about me. And so sometimes when they do it, I'm like, guys, are you doing this to punk me? Like, are you doing this on purpose? Because I'm getting violent. So it's just funny. And then when strangers do it, I try to be like, ha, 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 it's okay. Like I'm not cringing on the inside. Although I will say typically when babies do it, it doesn't bother me as much. I don't know if it's because I know that they can't help it or something related to that, but like it doesn't bother me as much when kids, like little infant babies do it. When toddlers do it, I feel like it's almost worse. I feel like I get even more aggravated than when adults do it, because I'm just like, not only are you chewing with your mouth open, but it's also all over your face and you're sticky and gross. But I get that that's just kids. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm just trying to not commit crimes in public for hearing people chew with their mouth open. Anyway, that was a side tangent. I don't even know how I got there. That's the best part. I truly don't even know how I got onto that topic. But let's talk about diamond painting stuff. So, I have a lot of kits obviously already. I mean, you guys hopefully will have seen my stash video at this point of like my early diamond painting career stash that I have going. And I already have, well, at the time of filming that video, I had 17 kits. I definitely have more than that now. Diamond Art Club has been killing it with the restocks. Because when I started diamond painting in July of this year, of 2024, there was a ton of things that I really liked, but they were all out of stock. So I just made like a huge wish list of all the things I wanted. And I was like, oh, like as they come back into stock, I'll purchase them, and that's fine. And a lot of people, based on the Facebook group, it made it seem like, you know, things aren't constantly coming back into stock. It's like, you know, every once in a while you'll get a favorite or something like that. No, things have been coming back into stock often, and I am having to budget myself because I'm like, oh, 3 paintings at once came back into stock. Whatever will I do? So I've been having to do a lot of talking to myself and being like, do you really need this? Is this one of your like unicorns? There's some on there that I'm like, I know if this goes back into stock, I don't care if I have to sell a kidney, it's happening. Like if the 2 Kiki's delivery service ones come back into stock from Diamond Art Club, one's called Flower Delivery and the other one is called Under the Stairs, and they're by Yume Art. Man, I don't know. I'll sell lemonade outside. I don't care. I'll sell lemonade to the kids on the street to get those paintings. So there is a couple on my wish list that are more of a priority than others, but I want to get all the ones that are on my wish list as they become available, because you never know. You truly never know when they're not going to come back in stock after that. And so I'm much more diligent about purchasing restocks than I am about new art that comes out, because if it comes out once, yeah, like it could discontinue immediately, but that's less likely. it's more likely that if it goes out of stock, it might come back once or twice. It might take 6 or 7 months or more to come back in stock, but I mean, at least it's like, you know, you're not on like round 3 of a painting coming back and then praying that it doesn't go away forever, because that would just devastate me. In my stash video, I do mention I have 2 kits that were destashed from other individuals. So one of them I got from a Diamond Art Club destash group on Facebook, and the other one I got from eBay. Oops, I didn't put my cap on. I was like, why is this not working like all the other ones did? And so that was like a pretty easy process. Like, I didn't feel a lot of stress doing that, although it's definitely not something I want to make a habit of. You know what I mean? Like, it's not ideal, because, you know, you're like, most of the time, I mean, I know some people actually do put their stuff on destash groups for a discount, but some people really jack up the prices depending on what it is. Like, if it's like a Josephine Wall or a Hannah Lynn, those are 2 artists that DAC no longer works with but used to, and so they were very popular artists, and a lot of people will pay a premium for those canvases, which I get it. Like, you know, if you really truly are destashing and you're just like, well, in the end of the day, if I were to ever destash, I would be like, I just want what I paid for it. You know what I mean? Like, I would charge you just like the website would charge you. That's how I would view it. But some people really are out there trying to make a dollar, and that's hard, because it's like, you know, you're in it for the art mostly, probably not necessarily to make a buck. And most of the Facebook groups will have like I don't know what it's called. Like, I keep wanting to say like moratorium, but basically they'll be like, you can't sell this painting in this group until this day because it's so popular. And, you know, we don't want people purposefully buying it out of stock on the website just so they can turn around and resell it for a higher price. Like, that's not cool, right? So I think the Facebook groups, for the most part, do a good job of not letting people like fearmonger each other into like missing out on something and being like, well, you should get it from me at this price because you'll never see it again, or whatever. So kitting down right now my Drills and Chills kit. It is like the 2nd week of October-ish. So, which, by the way, I've told you guys before, I'm in Florida. Hurricane Milton is coming, okay? He is coming with a vengeance. I just checked the weather advisory like an hour ago. It's a Cat 5 right now out in the Gulf of Mexico, and that is so scary. Luckily, I do not live on the coast. I live inland, so I am in the cone of uncertainty, or the path, whatever you want to say it. Like, I am potentially going to be impacted, hopefully not in a devastating manner, but I'm not at the coast, so I'm much safer than my friends over in like St. Pete and Clearwater and Minnesota and all those areas, and Sarasota, like, you know, the whole coastline. I'm not there. So, but I pray that everybody that is out there is safe and they evacuate and they do what they're told, because that is so scary. I grew up in South Florida, and there was a month, I think it was in 2004, where we had like 3 back-to-back hurricanes, and I didn't go to school for like a month. The army was dropping off like freeze-dried food at our front door because we didn't have like food, because people were not, like, no one had power. Like, there was a gas shortage. You couldn't even get gas. Like, people were using generators. It was just, it was a crazy time. So I've been through it. I was actually born the year of Hurricane Andrew. If anyone's familiar with Hurricane Andrew, that was a Category 5 storm that hit South Florida back in 1992. My birthday is in March, so I was like less than a year old when that storm came and hit South Florida when I was there at the time. So I've been through some storms, but obviously now I own a house, and I'm just like, my house, like, I don't want the wind to come and knock it over or rip off the roof or do anything scary. My husband and I took a lot of time yesterday. I'm filming this today on October 7th, so yesterday was Sunday. And, you know, we just went around, we went to Publix, we went to Home Depot, we did as much prepping as we could. But I think we're going to be okay. We have a lot of friends and family in the area. So like, we were all joking the other day. We were like, you know, first one to lose power is a rotten egg, and the last one to lose power is hosting the giant sleepover. So, you know, we have a lot of support here. And we support a lot of people here. So I think we're going to be okay. But, you know, I mean, by the time you see this, the hurricane will be very much gone and past, but just, you know, pray for your friends in Florida and check on them, because, you know, this storm is coming right on the heels of Hurricane Helene. And that, even though it did not land in like the Tampa, St. Petersburg area, the dirty side of the storm pushed so much storm surge up onto those areas that there are communities that were just completely devastated by that storm, just from the storm surge alone. It didn't even make landfall near us. It made landfall up by the Big Bend of Florida, but the storm surge alone just devastated everybody. And then on top of that, so everyone on the coast who suffered damage from Helene and was like bringing all of their debris outside, there's stacks of debris on the coast that are like 12 feet high of like people's couches and like their furniture and kitchen appliances and everything that got ruined from Helene's storm surge. Well, now we have another hurricane barreling directly towards us, and all these people just put like all of their crap outside, and everyone's scared that like that's all going to turn into projectiles now because it's like piled up. So Florida's been in like a state of emergency for what it feels like forever at this point. Florida's always in a state of emergency. But yeah, so they've been doing like a huge effort to get all the debris, you know, out and away and get it in the landfills as quickly as possible. So that way people don't have not only the storm surge of this new hurricane and the wind, but also like couches flying around like it's Twister. So we got cows. I love that movie. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I make light of it, but in all seriousness, you know, everybody is kind of scared right now. This area hasn't been hit directly head on by a hurricane in a very long time. And so it's a little nerve wracking, especially because like one of my best friends just moved here. Well, two of them, it's a husband and wife. They just moved here like earlier this year from Colorado. And, they're just like, so is this normal? And I'm like, would it scare you if I said kind of? Again, like it's not normal to get hit directly with the eye of a hurricane. No, but it is totally normal for like the panic buying, everyone freaking out at Publix, people getting in line for sandbags and gas and all that stuff. So like, yeah, that part's a little normal. But again, like I was born and raised in this state, and like, you just got to be prepared. You just got to know what to do early enough so that way you're not in the masses panicking. You've already been set. Like, again, my husband and I both grew up in Florida. And so when we bought our own house, we decided that in June, when hurricane season starts, like, and we don't see a lot of activity that early in the season, but it can happen. But when hurricane season starts, we will go to Costco, because we have a Costco membership, and we will buy an obscene amount of water, toilet paper, paper towels, wipies, because that turns into your shower if you lose power. Everything. We buy everything in bulk to last us all the way through November 30th when the season ends. And then, you know, we like don't really touch it throughout that first, like from June to November 30th, we don't touch it. We just leave it in the garage. And then if we make it through the season without any major storms or issues, then that is the supplies that we use for the rest of the year. So we're essentially like pre-purchasing toilet paper, paper towels, all that stuff, water, all the way. So from November to June of the following year, we don't have to buy any of that stuff because we use down what we bought, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of how we strategize it out. That way, like when there is a storm, we're just buying like food and stuff. We're not really focused on buying like those types of things where everyone's like panic buying. So that's our strategy for it. Let me see, 3830. Yeah, sorry. So not to bring up like a sad topic, but you know, again, if you have family or friends in Florida, just maybe take a moment today and text them and just be like, hey, how are you doing? That was a rough month of October. You know, make sure all their diamond paintings are put in a high place, in a dry, high place. Can I tell you, that's how my mind works. I'm a crazy person. When it became like a Cat 5, I was like, okay, Eric, what's the plan? He's like, well, we're going to take the cats and we have the carriers. I'm like, no. How many of my diamond paintings can I fit in the back of my vehicle? He's like, you're crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I obviously would prioritize like my family and my animals and stuff, but I don't think it didn't cross my mind of like, okay, so how many diamond paintings can I physically carry out of this house? And I'm just kidding. This hobby is addicting. I definitely will say though, my diamond painting hurricane plan is set. I have a light pad, and I have Eric and I went to Home Depot yesterday on Sunday, and we bought these, like, they're really cool. They're chargers basically, but we use Ryobi as like our brand for all of our lawn equipment, and these charging stations use the Ryobi batteries that charge like our lawnmower, our weed whacker, all that stuff. Like we are using those batteries to charge this like basically portable unit, and it's pretty small too. It's not like crazy big, but we're going to use that so we can still run like a laptop, charge our phones, just do whatever if we end up in the dark. But I'm definitely using it for my light pad, and I will be diamond painting through the storm as long as there's no damage to the house to where I have to worry about that. But, overall, your girl is going to be diamond painting through the hurricane. Let me pause you just for 1 sec to make sure the file size isn't too big, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I was talking about the hurricane. I was talking about diamond painting stuff. Oh yeah, so something that I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to is Black Friday. Black Friday is coming up in about a month and a half, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm extremely excited to make some purchases. I've been kind of thinking in my mind about how I want to strategize it, because I'm sure there's like Black Friday stuff, Cyber Monday. There's multiple shops that are going to probably be running deals, so I don't want to put like all my eggs in one basket, but some shops might be running better deals than others, and so I'm just trying to like think about it in my head. Tell me if you guys have ever purchased, like made big purchases for diamond painting on Black Friday, and like what your strategy was. With Diamond Art Club, they have points, but you can't combine points with like discount codes that they put on their website. So like in 2023, I believe their discount was 30% off site-wide and they had 100 new paintings on Black Friday. So if you were going to use your Diamond Art Club points, you wouldn't also be able to get the 30% off on that order. So it's kind of like you have to decide, do I want 30% off and then to gain points on that purchase, or do I want to use the points that I've been saving all year and just pay like maybe shipping or whatever. So I think if, depending on the other factor is how many of the paintings do you want, right? Like if I only see like 2 or 3 paintings out of the 100 that I'm like really gung-ho about, that'll make my decision a little bit easier. But if I want like upwards of 10 paintings, I'm probably gonna have to think about it a little harder, because like at the end of the day, like it's, in my opinion, it would be better to use cash or like whatever. It would be better to actually pay for what you purchase on Black Friday, because then all of those points that you get like from that purchase, you'll be able to utilize throughout the year on non-discounted times that they release new kits. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're going to give you 30% off, you might as well take the 30% off now, buy what you want, and then in like February or whatever, when there's nothing happening, you could be like, oh, I have like 10 bajillion points. Let me just get this one for quote unquote free. Again, like I said, nothing's ever really free. So when I say free, know that I don't really mean free, but I just think that that's like a strategy, Also, I know like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's also other shops that are going to be running deals and stuff. So that's like part of it too, is like should I budget for each company that I like to purchase from, or like should I focus on like other companies where I haven't purchased anything from yet and utilize their discounts? Because I know Diamond Art Club is like the most popular really, but some of those smaller shops, like yeah, their pricing might be a little bit more than Diamond Art Club, but they're also a smaller business, and so they're having to accrue, they're not ordering in bulk the same way that Diamond Art Club probably is. So I don't really mind that so much. Like I had a small shop once too, and I understand the cost that goes into that. And so I typically am fine paying a little bit more for something like that. But at the same time, if I'm gonna do that, I want to be strategic and purchase more from them when there are discounts readily available. So I guess it will kind of be a game time decision. Also, like whatever people decide to preview. That's the other thing, is like, it's nice. I think it's really nice that Diamond Art Club like shows you everything that's coming out, because I can't even explain to you the panic I would be having if like they just were like, boom, here's 100 kits. We're dropping them all at once. You never have seen them before. Make your decisions. Hope nothing sells out. Like that would be utter chaos. Like that would be mayhem in the best and worst way. Cause like that's like fun chaos, but also it's like extremely stressful because if something incredible comes out, you're trying to like make all these game time decisions. In preparation for Black Friday this year, because this will be my first one, purchasing Diamond Art kits, I went ahead and watched like a couple lives from people that were purchasing from different companies last year. And it was just so funny because like, again, they had all this information ahead of time. Like they had lists and they were like, okay, these people are releasing these paintings at this time. And like, this is what I think I want. And it's on my list. But then like literally like the clock would strike midnight and they just started like panicking and like, I don't know what to do and I don't know what to get. And like the website was crashing and people were freaking out. And then like they would like refresh and then like everything was gone. And I was like, God, I hope that doesn't happen to me like that. Like I want to go in like SEAL Team 6. I want to be like, here's my like whatever, here's my 5 that I'm getting. I'm immediately going in, I'm picking out all the things I want and then I'm walking away and I'll just figure it out from there. Like I don't want to dilly-dally and oh, I forgot some drills. I don't want to like dilly-dally and end up losing out on something I really wanted and planned ahead for. Because I got distracted by something sparkly, which can happen to me. So again, when they start doing releases, I'm thinking too, like something that I thought would be fun is when they start dropping like the new releases and like the like look aheads for the week of Thanksgiving, I will probably start posting on my Messy Girl Crafts Instagram to be like, these are the kits so far that I want. These are the ones I want. And that way I can kind of also use that to look back on and be like, okay, this is, because sometimes like you'll see a picture in the moment and you'll be like, oh, that's so wonderful. I want it. And then like, if you sit on it for a day or two, you're like, well, if it's between this one and this one, I don't need it. And so you start to like talk yourself out of certain things. So I definitely think I'm going to track each day if there's any like hit or misses for me. And then that way, right before Friday, when we start like getting ready for the sale, I can go back through and make some like real decisions on if something like got me really excited when I saw it, but then other stuff came out that was better or more exciting, or I changed my mind because I don't know like if I like it enough. Because, you know, it's awesome how I could watch stash videos all day. Like when I first started diamond painting, I literally would search just stash videos and watch them back to back to back for different creators. Like sometimes I would just watch one creator's stash videos and watch their stash ebb and flow throughout like the last couple years, depending on how long they had their channel. But then I've seen other people who just like have these massive stashes, and no judgment. I am not a stash judger. I'm sure one day my stash will grow to be an obnoxious amount as well. But I'm trying to be realistic about like, do these colors speak to me? Do I like this picture? Would I, even if I'm not planning to hang it in my house because I don't have enough wall space, like, would I be willing to hang it in my house? Like things like that. And then also like, is it a gift or is it for me? Because that does play a factor for me into purchases. Like sometimes I'll look at something and I'll be like, wow, I really can appreciate that image or that artwork, but I just don't see myself, like I would like to do that picture, but not because I want it personally. But if I can think of somebody who I can give it to, it might convince me. You know what I mean? Like it might be like, okay, well, if this is going to be a present for so-and-so, I'm going to put that in my mind as like a present kit, and I'm not counting that as something that like I have to put up on my wall or store in my house out after I give, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to give it to them eventually. But I'm sure after a certain amount of time, diamond painting, you're going to run out of people to give things to that are going to be like, whoa, look, another diamond painting. So yeah, it's all going to depend. It's all going to depend. But I'm very new in this journey. It's very early on. So, trying not to worry about that too much just yet, but I know I have to think about it a little bit. So it's in the back of my mind as I continue to kit up and kit down and do post reviews and all that. Let me know too what you think about me doing kind of this post review at the same time as my kit down. I just personally think it's like one less video. I mean, I'm sure other people would think, well, that's one less video. Like that's why you should make it 2 videos. But I just I feel like I'm in the moment now. And so if I want to say anything about that canvas or about these colors or anything, like now is the time for me to say that. There was something that I had thought of. I have to, oh man, it escaped my mind. What was I going to tell you about about the Ivy Dolamore canvas that if it comes to me, I'll say it. I'm glancing over at it now to see if I can think of what it was. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get this last drill out. Okay. I'll show you. So I ran out of a color. I totally forgot to say that earlier. When I kind of showed you the whole canvas and I kind of gave you a little tour of the finished project. I ran out of a color, but there was it was such a small amount left that I needed for that color, that I just used one of the other colors in the kit and just blended it in. And I really don't think you can tell. Like, I mean, obviously I'm going to show it to you, so you're going to be like, oh yeah, I can see that. But I don't think anybody, like anybody else looking at it would be like, that looks out of place. But I did want to mention that because I know Diamond Art Club, like, that if I did email them and I was like, hey, I ran out of this color, I could give them my order number and they would send me new drills in a minute. I know they would. I've already had to do that. Not for this kit, but when I actually purchased one of the Halloween mystery kits, and I was on Facebook on the VIP group, and someone had said like, oh, hey, if you bought this particular mystery kit, you should really check your drills, because I went to kit it up and I was missing this color. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad someone said that, because I was potentially not even going to open that until like next Drills and Chills next year. So I was like, oh, that's, wow, okay. So sure enough, I looked in my drills and I was missing like whatever DMC number. So I emailed them and they're sending me the replacements, like no problem, no sweat. But with this kit, I was already finished. I didn't want to like delay my finish because I have other kits I want to do. And now that I have a channel, like I really didn't just want to sit on that. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna add this other like light brown color, and it's gonna make sense and it'll be fine. But I know that if I wanted to, I could have emailed DAC and asked for more of that particular color. I just didn't feel like going through the hassle of it because I wanted the kit to be finished so I could move on. But let me pause the video really quick and then I'll take you over so you can see the color that I changed. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, y'all. So really quickly, this is where the color change happened. So this is the color that was supposed to be all the way up, but you can see it kind of turns to this like more tan color. So that little section of drills, that's probably what, like 20 drills. I just popped that in. It's supposed to be this like peachy color, but I just did that. So I think, you know, from far away, like you're not going to tell. I mean, you're not going to think like, oh, that's wrong, because there's a lot of streaking in here of different kinds of tans and light creams and everything. So I think it's completely unnoticeable. And I think the picture still looks great overall. But I did want to mention that I did not have enough drills to finish this section. So I don't have that. And you'll see when I get to that container, I don't have enough. I didn't have any left. So I can't kit down this color because there's none left. So I just wanted to mention that. Okay, let's go back to the table. Okay, we are back at our table and we're going to keep kitting down this kit here. So let me get more baggies prepped for the next row. So I know I've been talking a lot about things I'm planning to purchase from Diamond Art Club and all that stuff, but I will let you know that behind the scenes, I have been making purchases at other shops. I actually made my very first Jaded Gems shop purchase. They had their 3-year anniversary a couple weeks ago, and so I was like, now is the time. So I went ahead and purchased something from them. So you'll see an unboxing of that eventually. I know they don't just necessarily have kits sitting, you know, on a shelf waiting to be shipped out. So it could take, I think the website said like 3 to 12 weeks or something like that for things to come out. So we'll see. But I purposefully got a kit that I wanted to do for Summer with the Masters next year. It's a really pretty kit with flowers in it. I don't want to mess up the artist. I think it's Van Gogh, but if I'm wrong, I don't want to sound dumb. So when I get it, I'll show it to you and give you all the stats and stuff on it. But yeah, I'm excited about it. It's got some confetti in it for sure, but I don't really mind that, to be honest. Like, I think it looks nice with a good amount of color blocking too. But I just feel like from Jaded Gem Shop's website, there are so many images that I really love like the artwork of, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want this as a diamond painting so bad. My wish list is very long. But also like, again, I'm very picky with the rendering, and I get a little weird when it's like that computer rendered, it looks a little fuzzy, you know. I love that hand charted look. I think it looks intentional and pretty, and I just really enjoy it. And I know that Jade is slowly doing a lot more hand rendering, and she calls them pixel charted. So I'm constantly stalking the pixel charted menu on her website to see if she adds more, because that's honestly, unless it's an old masters, that's probably the majority of stuff that I'll wait to purchase from Jaded Gem Shop. I just did this number twice. I'm a ding dong. Let me put this to the side. I'll redo it. 644. Okay. So yeah, and again, I love the shop. I think the artwork that Jade has procured for her site is incredible, and the artists she's using are incredible. I think she does a great job hand rendering from what I've seen from like other people completing the stuff that she's done. And so I'm like really excited to like continue to see more of those hand rendered kits. And that's probably, like I said, where I'm going to be doing the majority of my purchasing as things go there that I really like. There is a service you can pay for on her website where you can basically skip the line. And I think it's like, it might be, don't quote me, I think it might be $200, but check the website to be sure. But you can basically pay a fee, and that like you pay $200 or something, and like you can pick something that's already on her site to be hand rendered or hand charted. So I'm just like, that is tempting, because if a kit with special drills, because she sells her specialty drills separately from the kit. So like when you buy your base kit, it's all just normal drills. And then if you want to add AB drills or fairy dust drills or whatever, like extra glimmer stuff, you pay extra for that, or pay on the side for that. It's not a crazy amount. It's usually like $5 or something like that per specialty drill, like per like I think it's like $5 to add ABs and $5 to add the glimmer drills or whatever, but I'm sure that can change by project. But it's like, if you're going to end up paying at the end of the day because of the size of the image you're getting like, usually you're getting a lot bigger sizes to make the rendering look better. So if I'm already walking out the door paying $150, I'm almost just like, well, if I pay the extra $50, she's going to include the specialty drills, because all of her hand charted kits that I've seen so far, at least, have like, they already have the ABs and all that included. It's not something you have to pay for separately. She picks the size of the artwork, all of the drills that go in the artwork, and all the specialty drills. And it's just like, it's almost like you're purchasing from like one of the other, like a Diamond Art Club. It's like, we've made all the decisions. It's a square. This is how many colors. These are the specialty drills. And here you go. This is the price. Which for me, that's like a more simple way to shop. I know some people really like to have more options. Like, I want a crop of this image. I want it to be this big or this small or this or that. I want to be able to hand select all my additions. I want to decide. Me, I'm just like, give it to me perfect. Like, I want you to make all the decisions, because you're the professional and I'm not, and I want you to tell me what to do and how it's going to look the prettiest. Because like on her website, when there's like all the different size options there, like you'll see next to some of the sizes it'll say like recommended, and that means like that's an optimal size for that particular image based on like the computer rendered, you know, how it looks from the computer rendering. I just am like, I don't know, like, just tell me what to do. I don't want to make the decision, because sometimes like there'll be multiple that say recommended. Like there'll be multiple sizes. Like you could do this one, or you could go a little bigger, and they would both look great. And I understand that a lot of people probably love that option, but me, I'm just like, I just want to be led by the nose into this craft. Like I just want to diamond paint. I don't want to think about the behind the scenes of, oh, I'm spending, oh, there's a drill stuck in the back. Let me see if I can get that. I don't want to be spending $150 and have to like make all these crazy decisions, because I will make the wrong decision, and then I'll be really mad at myself, because then I spent $150 making a bad decision. Can I pull this out to get that drill? I think I should be able to. Hold on. I don't think it's gonna come out. I think that drill just lives there now. Oh well, it's not even a real drill, actually. It's like a little piece of trash. It's not even a fully formed drill. It's just hanging on for dear life. Ooh, let me see if my tweezers can get it out. Where are my murder tweezers? The Diamond Art Club tweezers are called murder tweezers because they're extremely, very sharp. So people that are responsible leave the cap on these. Not me. I leave them ready. Oh, I did it! Yay! But again, all of that for a piece of trash. So fun times. Anyway, so I am really excited to get the painting from Jaded Gem Shop because I've only heard incredible things about the quality of her drills, her canvases, like everything involved. So I'm very, very excited. And I got a big mamma jamma. The picture I got from, I think it's called like Pink Roses from Van Gogh or something like that. It's beautiful. I got like a 100 centimeter by like 80 centimeter or something. Like it's wild. It's huge. So I'm very pumped to mess around with that. I forget like how many colors it is. I don't think it's too many colors just because it's like it's very like the majority of the colors look to be like kind of pinks and green, blues and whites and stuff. But obviously with the rendering, like there's probably going to be a couple baggies of drills that's just like a small amount of something. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. So I made a purchase from Jaded Gem Shop during their 3-year anniversary sale, which was really exciting. I also made a purchase from, it was this morning that I did it. I was like a kind of a impulse buy. I made my first purchase from Distracted by Diamonds, or Patty Wax on Etsy. It's both brands are the same owners. And so what got me to do it was they had a Puffy Gator Christmas kitty painting and I just could not resist. I was like, this is the cutest thing ever. And I didn't really have I don't have a lot of kits that are holiday themed necessarily, because again, if I want to say like, yeah, I want to be able to put this up at some point, even if it's only for the holidays, I don't know, I'm more picky with the holiday kits, just because. But man, this one, first of all, it looks just like my cat Winnie. It's this like big white fluffy, it's white but like super fluffy and also has some markings on its face. So it just really looks like my cat Winnie. And it's got like candy canes and gingerbread men, and I don't know if you're familiar with Puffy Gator's work, but it's very cutesy and I love it. I love like the cartoony style, and it's just this cute little kitty with a Christmas hat on, and it just makes me so happy. So I did pick that up. And then I'm trying to think, what else? Did I buy something else from Distracted by Diamonds? I think I picked up a couple cover minders. I picked up one cover minder that was related to Christmas time or winter time. And then I picked up another cover minder that I just thought was really cool. So yeah, I'm really excited to, whenever those come in, to unbox those for you. Also, small shop hauling. I did purchase a custom diamond painting pen, which is crazy. Since I was already on Etsy, this actually didn't happen today. This was a couple days ago, but I was on Etsy and there was I was just searching diamond painting pens. Oh, I have no idea who this goes to. I think it's this one. Yeah, we'll just put it in here. But I was on Etsy just poking around for different small shops that had accessories for diamond painting, like waxes and pens and trays and la. So I found this shop that made custom turned pens, and I was like, oh, I'll give them a try. They had a really good sale going on for old blanks that I guess they still had leftover of. So I got a really cool hybrid looking pen, so I can't wait to show that to you guys. And then I bought one other thing. Oh, so I think I told you this before in a previous video, but I did make a purchase of some trays, and that's gonna come in hopefully sometime in October. We'll see. Obviously with the hurricane, I don't know what the mail is gonna do. I haven't gotten a shipping notification yet, so I'm hoping I'll be okay, because if it ships next week, then I'm fine. If it tries to ship this week, hopefully I still have a mailbox. I'm just kidding, but not really. So I got like a couple cute trays to try out. I also got on Muni Made's wait list for some custom trays. So I really want to try that company out too. I've heard, again, a lot of really good things about Muni Made. So I did go ahead and get on that waiting list for the custom. It's really funny. I'm like number like 500 and something. I don't know how fast that the people who own Muni Made work through their custom orders. Like, do they do like 100 at a time? Do they do one at a time? Because I know it's 3D printing, so, but you can 3D print like multiple things at once. So I don't know how fast my number will come up there, but as soon as it does, I'm going to be placing an order with them, and I'm really excited about that too. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else on the horizon. Oh my gosh. Okay. I totally forgot, because this also this just happened today. Because of like hurricane prep and stuff, I didn't have a chance to watch Diamonds and Washi and Emeralds and Fairy Lights. I didn't have a chance to watch their Saturday Drills and Chills like videos, their weekly videos that they do for Drills and Chills. I normally am like religious, like I'll watch it right when it goes live on Saturday. I'll watch one and then the other. And I'm also like always checking to see if my name pops up as a winner. And I won. I got picked for the Diamonds and Washi week, I think it was week 4. So I won. So I have a prize coming. And so I'll definitely open that on camera too. And it's a wax. It's a wax company. Oh, what's it called? I think it's Tracy's DP World, maybe. But yeah, I won a little wax prize pack. So I am so excited to try that out. I have a ton of like just like the free wax that Diamond Art Club and all these other companies, they give you. This one drill just will not come to me. Oh, there it goes. I have a ton of like just quote unquote free wax that I've gotten over the span of getting diamond kits, but this is going to be like scented, and it's going to be in a shape, and it's going to be all cute. And I don't know what else comes in the prize pack. I'm sure Katie mentioned it in her video, but I just didn't, I don't remember. So that'll be a fun surprise for us to see kind of what the deal is there and what's going to come in that pack. So yeah, I have a ton of really cool things to share with you as they start coming in the mail. I'm really excited about it. I'm looking over into the corner of my office right now, and there is quite the stack of boxes from Diamond Art Club that I have to unbox. And I'm like, my first unboxing video that you guys have already seen was 6 kits, and that video was like a little over an hour, and I'm just like, is that too much? I don't know. You guys literally have to tell me, because I'm not trying to bore anybody. Like, if you think like watching an unboxing for an hour and a half is like a bad call, I can break down my unboxings to maybe like 3 at a time. I feel like 3 might be a sweet spot. I might try that. I might open all the big outside packages that has all my personal information on it anyway, and like divide in the boxes like 3 similar-ish kits at a time, and then maybe do unboxings that way. So that way you're still getting like a couple kits in there, but it's not like, oh my gosh, will she ever stop opening boxes? So that's something I've been thinking about, is not because the way I'm trying to schedule myself is I want to have at least one video up a month, or a week. I'm sorry, not a month, a week. One video a week on Sundays, 9 a.m. Eastern. So by keeping that schedule between the kit ups, the kit downs, the post reviews, the whip and chats, like that's one video a week right there. And so it's like, when am I ever going to get a chance to do other fun videos that I want to do, like small shop hauls or unboxings, or other fun crafts that I want to do and show you, and like just other stuff. I have a lot of plans. I have a whole Word document of ideas that I have for videos. But at minimum, I want to be able to upload once a week for you guys. So I've been kind of jotting down my ideas, so that way, like, if I have time, in addition to the one video a week that I want to post, if I can like post more than once a week, if I can get a video out there, I will. But the expectation is once a week, every Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern. That's my current plan. But like, I'm looking at all these boxes, and I'm like, if I only did an unboxing once a month, I'd have to unbox like too many things. And I'm sure once I buy down my wish list on DAC, I will not have as many boxes coming in. I'm telling you, just right now, I don't know what's in the water over there in Texas, but they are pumping out the restocks, and I am just thrilled to death because a lot of the kits, ironically, a lot of the kits that are being restocked right now that I'm like goo over are the ones that were released last Black Friday or like soon after that. So they like were the big releases of last year, which is probably why they're coming back now. Like it's been a while and they were able to reproduce them and whatever. So all of the kits that I'm unboxing for you guys are ones that you probably saw other people unbox like a year ago, which is kind of funny to me. But I'm seeing them for the first time and I'm getting them in my hands for the first time. So I still think it's valuable content, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like the kits that I'm opening each week are like the hot new kit that just dropped on the Instagram or whatever. It's like, no, I'm just buying all the restocks of things that I missed when I wasn't a diamond painter, and I'm just getting them now so they don't go out of stock and get discontinued and make me sad. So all that to say, I will probably start trying to film more unboxings, and maybe if I have enough to make, like, let's say 3 unboxing videos, you guys will just get a little surprise. Like I'll just post an extra video that week or whatever. Like I'll have my Sunday video, but then you'll get like a little bonus video sometime that week. That's my unboxing. That's the thought process for that. Because I'm telling you, if I only did one unboxing a month, you guys would be like, okay, well, it's time to watch, the director's cut 3-hour video of Ashley unboxing everything in her house. So, but if you're into that, let me know. But I'm guessing like the little bite-sized unboxings might be better. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on kind of, again, just opening the big outside boxes that has all my personal information on my shipping information on it, and then kind of looking at the kits that I've purchased, organize them in a way that I think makes sense to me, and then I'm just gonna start filming unboxing videos, and then I'll just start posting them as a second video when I can throughout the upcoming weeks. Because that's the other thing too, is like, again, if I want to say like, oh, I have like, if I have videos for Black Friday and stuff that I want to film too, because like I definitely want to show you guys what I want to buy, and I want to show you guys what I do buy, and that's going to be like a special unboxing. I'm probably overthinking it, and you're probably like, this is so boring, but this is how my brain works. I'm trying to think ahead so that I don't stress myself out. So I'm going to stress myself out now so I don't stress myself out later. Can anyone relate to that? Can anyone relate to trying to make your life easier by making it worse now? Because that's how I operate on a daily basis. Okay, so we still have, just like as a little check-in, we still have 1.5. This is all the smalls that I have left. I have 2 mediums and 3 larges. I don't know that I want to keep boring you with the rest of these, so I think I'm just gonna do like a time lapse of me wrapping up the rest of this kit down, and then I'll come back for a send-off. So I'll see you soon. so finished kitting down Warm Witch by Ivy Dolamore. I have all my little baggies here. I'm going to put them away. Again, I don't take too much crazy time being very specific. I write a little sloppy on the bags because at the end of the day, I'm probably going to change my kit down process into something more organized. But for now, the baggies work and I like it. It's functional. So just to do a quick rundown of this canvas, just overall, I started it on September 22nd of 2024. I finished it on October 5th of 2024. The canvas had 52,336 drills. It was a round kit with 40 different colors, and the canvas size was a 56 centimeter by 74 centimeter or 22 inch by 29 inch. And yeah, it was a great time. It was my very first entry that I ever did for drills and chills, or for any diamond painting event. I've never done a diamond painting event before. It was my first one. I really enjoyed the group aspect and the community aspect of doing an event like this. I think I'll probably want to do events again in the future. I don't know that I'm going to be that girl that does like every event that ever existed, or like try to like double dip kits for multiple events. It's fun to win prizes and stuff, but it can also add a little bit of stress to the craft. So I don't want to overdo it too much, but if I happen to have a kit that I have in my stash and it lines up with an event and I want to do it next, I would be happy to do that. So yeah, I just, I wrote down some notes in my logbook here. I have my picture, I have, all the information I just shared with you, and then just some thoughts. I also included that I ran out of this color, so just to remind myself. And yeah, so on to the next one. I'm really excited to work on in Santorini. That is going to be a gift for my in-laws, so I'm going to be kitting that up next. So that's probably the next video you're going to see, is me kitting up in Santorini. And that's what I'm going to be working on through the rest of October and into November. So thank you again so much for joining me here on Messy Girl Crafts. Again, my name is Ashley. I loved having you here and chatting with me today. If you like this content, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help out the channel a lot, and I appreciate it. Every single time I see a comment on my videos or I see new subscribers, I just light up like a Christmas tree. So really, you're making my day by engaging with my content. It really means a lot to me. So thank you so much to everyone who already has, and to all my future subscribers, thank you as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.